If a place could hold its breath for 100 years, what was it waiting to exhale? Some places don't rot, they wait. When Claire Holloway turned 30, she got a letter from a law firm she'd never heard of. You are the last living heir to the Ashbourne Estate, located in Briars Hollow, Vermont. She thought it was a prank. Her parents had died in a fire when she was a baby. She was raised in foster care. No family, no name past Holloway, which she chose for herself. But the letter came with a deed, a key, and a photo of the mansion, an old Gothic structure, half swallowed by vines, windows black as eyes. And one more thing, a note, handwritten in red ink. Do not ring the bell. Claire laughed. Curiosity always won. She packed her camera and drove out to Vermont, thinking she'd vlog the whole thing for her Abandoned Places YouTube channel. The mansion was real. So was the silence. No birds, no wind, just an old iron bell on the porch unrung. She filmed everything, even her first mistake. She rang the bell. The sound didn't echo. It sank. Inside, the house was preserved. Nothing dusty. The furniture looked recently sat in. Teacups half full. Candles melted halfway. A baby mobile above a cradle, still spinning slowly. On the fireplace mantel, a family portrait. The faces scratched out except for one. A little girl. She looked just like Claire. That night, the house came alive. Not with sound, but with presence. Her footage glitched. Doors closed behind her. The bell rang on its own, and in every mirror. Her reflection lagged a second behind. She began dreaming of a woman in mourning black face, veiled, standing over a child's crib, whispering a lullaby in a language Claire didn't know. The second night, she found a room that hadn't been on the floor plan. A nursery. Fresh. Cold. A toy bear missing its eyes. Etched into the crib rail, she never left at 3:33 a.m. Claire heard crying. Faint. Then it turned into humming. Then whispering. Her name. Over and over. She tried to leave, but the front door was gone, replaced by a mirror. In it, she saw herself, but her reflection was holding the toy bear, and its eyes were bleeding. She smashed the mirror. Behind it was a staircase, one that led downward, deeper than the house should have gone. There, in the basement, she found it, a room with walls covered in children's drawings. Every one of them showed the same scene. A tall woman with black eyes, a burning crib, a little girl with no face, and under the floorboards, she found a box of letters. From Margaret Ashbourne, her great-grandmother. Letters written to Claire. They were dated from the early 1900s and postmarked from within the house. Margaret wrote about SANCs, about a mirror child born still, but living behind the glass. She wrote of how she tried to bring her daughter back, how she trapped her reflection and made it real, but it required sacrifice. Every 30 years, a blood relative had to return, to feed the house, to keep the girl quiet. Claire understood too late. She wasn't invited. She was summoned. That night, the bell rang again, 7 times, and Claire saw her, a girl in a white dress. No eyes, no mouth, just smooth skin. She floated toward her, barefoot on air, her arms out. From her skin, hands began to push outward, like something inside wanted out. Claire ran, but the house had changed. Now every hallway was lined with mirrors, each one showing a different version of her, some screaming, some burning, some banging on the other side of the glass. She called her friend Elias, a historian she trusted. He drove through the night. But the moment he stepped onto the porch, the bell rang again. He vanished, swallowed by a mirror. His scream became the wind. Claire found his phone still recording. The video showed her standing behind him, smiling, even though she was upstairs, and then whispering, "Two down, one to go." Claire tried to destroy the house, burn it, but the matches turned to dust. The lighters melted. The walls breathed in smoke instead of choking on it. She went back to the nursery. Now the mobile played her lullaby, and in the crib was a mirror. Inside it, her parents, calling her name, bleeding from their eyes. She smashed it, but behind it, another crib, this one holding the same eyeless girl, and beside her, a second locket. It matched the one Claire had worn since she was a baby. Inside the new locket, a photo of Margaret Ashbourne. On the back, "To my beloved granddaughter, I waited for you." Claire realized there was no escape. She was born for this, to take her place, to become the next guardian, or the next offering. That night, Claire stood at the front door, holding the bell rope. She rang it. Once, twice, 3 times, and the house exhaled, a scream that shook the earth, and then stillness. Claire's YouTube channel uploaded one last video. The footage shows her walking into the basement and never coming back out. Just the sound of a lullaby and a whisper through static. One bell, one soul. 30 years of silence she never left. She just needed a mother. Would you ring the bell? What if some houses don't want visitors? They want family.